We are here to serve a community. When you are hurt, we are here for you.
I woke up in the hospital like 3 weeks later, not knowing where I was, not knowing what happened. I was shot 3 times.
The person that was driving lost control of the car, and so my body landed on the center divider. It was ejected out of the vehicle.
We began to engage him in the gun battle. During that gun battle, I was wounded. I was shot in my leg.
We had crashed into a tree. The van started spinning like 5-6 times.
And the moment I got out of the car, a car hit my car full speed. My car hit me and plowed into the 2 other cars in the fender bender.
There was nothing I could do to avoid being hit precisely where I sit on the left side of the vehicle by this very large truck.
In the hospital for longer than 54 days.
I was at the hospital for 3 months.
I was in there for 11 days.
2 months.
I was in the hospital for a week.
5 days in intensive care.
Our institutions here have put together a best group of experts. From the moment we get a call to the moment where we're saying to our patient, you're leaving our door.
Was my arm, my leg, the femur, the knee. The most damage was my ankle. My foot was broken because it was in 3. It was broken in half.
I sustained injuries, a crack in my skull and a crack in my sacrum, in my tailbone.
6 broken ribs, and my spleen had ruptured and my lung had collapsed.
The bullet hit a lot of internal things I pretty much need to survive, like a pancreas, liver, the main vein to the heart, and pretty sure that took a lot of fixing from the doctors.
The bullet entered my shin, shattered my tibia, broke my fibula, and exited out the back, taking a large chunk of the muscle with it.
He basically walked out and told her like it was a 70% chance I might die that night, and it was a 30% chance I might live.
I heard, the doctors were really trying to save both my legs. But, unfortunately, because I was losing so much blood, my right leg had to be amputated. And thankfully, they were able to, they called another doctor, and Dr. Diaz, who saved my left leg. And, they saved my life, actually, as a result of having that amputation.
There were several doctors, several nurses. I was actually amazed that there was a team.
I was cared for at California Hospital by a team of physicians, of nurses and their assistants, physical therapists and others, who in the course of my 5 days in intensive care made sure that I received the quality of care that I would gather they would want their relatives to receive.
Like, they're a real family. They didn't know me and they took me in their arms. I feel like when I woke up in that hospital, they took very good care of me. They kept me informed every day and made sure I got not only the medical support, but it was people that just sat and talked to me some days. Like, the nurse would just come, like, I guess he seen what type of person I was, and like, he'd just check on me every day, I feel like I owe them how good they treat me for them 54 days. And I didn't know them, they didn't know me prior to that, And it's just all off, to me, all off love and care for what they do. And I appreciate that, so.
The team at ICU really made me feel like I was part of the family. They were so thorough in explaining to my mom and my sisters everything that I needed, all the medical attention. So I really valued all that staff. And Dr. Henneke was such a huge support throughout the time that I was there with my family and myself.
When a police officer arrives and he's been wounded in the line of duty, the amount of people that show up, it's a lot of people. You got the press, you got fellow officers, you got the officer's family, because they all came to support me. That was great. Being there 11 days and the amount of people that showed up to say, I'm praying for you, and we want to wish you the best, and they wanted to check up on it, on me just to make sure that I was okay and ease their mind. Thank you guys for allowing that to happen.
My daughter's birthday was coming up. So we celebrated her first year there. I had asked Tiffany if they could give me a chance to cut a cake for my daughter so we could celebrate here in the hospital. I could say her first birthday was wonderful. It was the best one.
They saved my life, but they also they're part of my resiliency. Dr. Diaz also came into my room and he's like, you know, this is going to be so hard. This is tough what you're going to go through and everything, but you can do it, and you're a fighter. And he didn't have to do that. Like he didn't know me, and the fact that he did that was just so powerful. And I've never forgotten the type of relationship that he and I had while I was at California Hospital, as well as Dr. Henneke.
I'm pretty sure it was Dr. Henneke that came in, and he tells me, Nelson, you have the name of a fighter, and thinking obviously Nelson Mandela, and to me that was kind of like a turning point, thinking that things would probably be okay from here.
So we're really proud of what we've achieved in these short 10 years. What we're even prouder of is the patient outcome that we've had here.
I'm studying communications, and I'm going to be a corporate lawyer. I want to own a business one day. 7
years later after my accident, I graduated with my master's in social work, working as a therapist, helping children and families.
It's getting there. It feels good when I go to physical therapy, get the blood flowing, and just anxious to see how far I can come back. Hopefully I can come back, 110%.
I started walking like around 2013 of January. We've been blessed that I'm here. All this trauma that we went by, I guess, made us stronger. It made us stronger as a family.
I wouldn't have a livelihood. I wouldn't have the life that I love now without that great care.
Thank you, California Hospital, for everyone from the chief trauma surgeon to the nurse's assistants, for making sure that I was so well taken care of in my most significant hour of need.
Thank you, Dr. Chen, for always having that smile on your face and for just assuring me that Nelson's leg looked beautiful.
Thank you, California Hospital, for saving my life.
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 Thank you, California Hospital, for giving me back my leg and my life. Thank you very much.
Thank you to our physicians, our nurses, and all our staff that touch our patients on a daily basis to bring healing and wholeness not only to the lives of our patients, but their families.
Welcome to the next 10 years of trauma care at California Hospital.
Yay!